Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Nourished with Natalia podcast. Happy day, happy evening, wherever you're listening to this or whenever you're listening to this. Today is going to be about the importance of having a vision for your future, being clear about that vision for your future, and knowing how it looks, feels, tastes, like whatever. That's going to be how it is today. Of course, I have my matcha. It's matcha hour, of course. This one's like really, really, really frothy. Lately, I'm making them quite frothy by accident. It's just because my frother has basically three settings, and like the fastest one is required to make a matcha, but the second fastest one is too slow to make a matcha. So we're using the fastest one, and it makes like a matcha frappe situation. So we're just gonna take a sip as usual. That's quite yummy. That is quite yummy. I don't know. I feel like my energy is like slightly lagging today. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I didn't sleep well. Last night I watched the Menendez brothers documentary on Netflix, and it kind of kept me up. Just it rubbed me the wrong way. So it's like just really emotional and really charged. That was like a lot to process, and yeah, I think it affected my sleep and the quality of my sleep. So you know, we're having the matcha. Things should get better. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my God, we have a hurricane coming to Florida again. I'm in Jacksonville, so we should be okay. Tampa, brace yourself, sending love, sending positive energy because that shit looks real as fuck. My goodness. Crazy. Like two back to back, basically. And in terms of catching up, of course, we're doing the catch up situation today. Oh my God, I'm like all over the place, not clear. I didn't have a vision for how I was going to make this podcast clearly, but we're here, we're showing up. In terms of catching up, like what's been going on with me, I've been going to the gym. I've been dancing. I've been taking heels classes again from my favorite heels teacher, Amalia. Shout out to her from I Move, You Move. She is my favorite heels teacher. She's my first heels teacher, and took a class from her this past Friday. It was super fun. Felt like I was back in the swing of things. I have been, of course, thinking about the podcast, thinking about the merch. Yes, guys. If you're new to the podcast, I have a It's Matcha Hour tote bag that is available on Etsy now, and I have two versions of it. And basically, the difference between the versions is what it says on the little bag in the picture. And so, based off of what resonates with you, you can choose the one that says Nourished with Natalia podcast or Nourished Babes Drink Matcha. So, those are the two that are out right now. I have a few more in the works and already designed. I'm just like waiting for a time to drop them. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. That is a exciting little update. Just been hanging with my boo, just been working, teaching, taking class, and really, honestly, getting clear about my vision and taking actionable steps every day towards what it is I want for myself. And what we're going to get into today is something that really aided me in getting clear about my vision and, you know, how I came to the conclusion that having a vision is really important. So, yeah, without any further ado, let's just get into it. So, this podcast is, of course, about the importance of a vision, creating a vision, maintaining that vision, and actualizing that vision with every step you take, with every morning you get out of your freaking bed, basically living that vision, seeing it through, and taking action steps towards it, right? So, just to backtrack, to give some context as to why I'm talking about this today, I'm going to look at my notes first. So, yeah, I realized that the importance of a vision comes from the game of consistency. You really need to be clear about your vision for your future, your life, what you want to actualize for yourself in order to remain consistent in your routines, the ones that you have built for yourself, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's drawing, whether that's designing, whether that's driving to a specific area to meet with specific people for a specific event every week, whether it's being a part of a specific group or community, a class, anything in your immediate surroundings that you feel takes you closer to that vision that you see for your future life. And I realized that, you know, a vision and consistency go hand in hand because I began journaling. Um, a few weeks back, and I was actually on Pinterest. This is what inspired me to journal. I found a 30-day manifestation journal prompt. So it basically gave you a really profound question to answer in your journal every day. And I was doing that, and I got incredibly clear about what it is I want for myself. And it's actually a little different than I ever thought it would be. I'm not going to, divulge a whole bunch of things here, but I think that I got clear enough to the point where I see past dance, I see past coaching, I see, you know, exactly kind of a framework for my future and what I want to do and what's inspiring to me. And I wouldn't have reached that clarity without the vision that I cultivated through journaling. And so the reason journaling plays such an important role, and of course, having that vision, is because through the act of journaling, you can basically put intentionality into that vision. You can really think about everything you write. And when you answer questions, be it through a prompt or just through, curiosities you have about yourself, when you answer those questions and put them down on paper, you're seeing those words, you're really connecting with those words. And as you're writing, you actually feel the emotions of those words. It's almost like a release and like a creation, like an output into the universe, an output into the world when you're expressing in that way, because you're actually feeling the emotions when you're writing things down on paper. So as I was writing, really specific parts of the vision I have for my future, um, I was feeling those emotions. I was really getting specific and really allowing myself to immerse myself in that specificity of my vision. I was, for example, writing about the ideal day off in my life, reaching the goals, reaching the level I want to be at, and what would that look like? What would that feel like? What would I do? Where would I go? When would I wake up? What would I wear? What coffee shops would I go to? Who are the people that are in my life? What do I do in the morning and in the afternoon and in the evening? And how does that look? How does that feel? How would I describe that, right? And yeah, that specificity, getting really micro on that, really helped me kind of re reignite my vision and remind myself of my vision. Because of course I say this over and over again on this podcast, but it's so easy to forget that there's more out there when you live the same thing over and over, when you go to the same job every day, when you kind of have the same routines every day and see the same people every day. It's hard to remember that there's a lot out there. There's like a multiple thousands, millions of possibilities for your life. And it's it's hard to remember that that is out there. It's hard to remember that you can create something different when you're doing something the same over and over again. It's hard to access that new energy, that sense of possibility, right? And I accessed that sense of new energy and possibility through journaling on my vision, getting really clear and understanding what that looks like and how that's going to feel. So I also not only got clear and started making different decisions, right? But I got reignited and re inspired to be consistent, to maintain my routines, and to be, lit up about my routines. When I hit the gym, it's not just because like I gotta do it. It's like, dang, I'm gonna hit the gym because I have this audition coming up, and there could be another audition after that. There could be an opportunity that comes that's not even through an audition. And if I stay on top of it, I'm staying, in that same mindset, and therefore I'm closer to those opportunities, right? If I'm going to those dance classes, it's not like out of obligation. It's like, dang, I'm excited. This is me stepping into that vision. This is me creating the vision. This is me stepping into the ideal vision for my future. And it's not just with those things. It could be about this podcast, being creative, creating the merch, and, doing research about what's out there, what kind of educational opportunities are out there, just the different possibilities. Like getting clear on that vision, journaling just made me re inspired and remotivated to be consistent because honestly, before I started journaling again, I was losing the motivation to be consistent. And let's be real, everybody goes through that. I go through that, even though sometimes it might not look like it because I only show when I'm like being consistent and like on a good day. And that's on Instagram. And it's easy to just kind of go through the flow and kind of forget why you're doing things. And yeah, I was getting to that state where I was like, ugh, when will things change? Like, when will, opportunities arise? When will I not have to do this the same over and over again? And yeah, getting clear on the vision made me excited and lit up about even the mundane because I know it's something that is bringing me closer to my future, closer to my vision. So I invite you today to journal a little bit, to ask yourself some hard hitting or soft hitting questions about what it is you want for your life. What is the vision that you are creating for yourself? And is your current life reflective of that? Are there things that you're doing every day that are taking you closer, or are there things every day that you're doing that are taking you further? And really assessing where you can make some changes and some shifts towards the vision that you want for yourselves. Yeah, I hope I made sense today. I hope I didn't talk too quick because I feel like I was just going on and on and on and on and on and on. So, yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say today. It's going to be a short and sweet one. But yeah, I'm just going to leave you with, you know, the the inspiration to journal and to get clear about your vision and to allow that vision to reignite your routines, to reignite your consistency in your routines, and to remind you why you're showing up every day. Because without that vision, it's hard to stay consistent. And, without that consistency, like, how are you going to show the fuck up? Like, how are you going to show the fuck up without the consistency? No, I'm not making sense. Anyways, yeah, that's all I had today. I'm rambling. I hope you all have a beautiful afternoon. If you're drinking matcha, cheers to you. Stay tuned for new merch drops. That's going to be probably like every 2 weeks or month. I feel like I'm really creative and I just don't want to wait a month for the next one. So we'll see what happens. But I'm sending love and light and positivity to all of you. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening and day. Stay nourished, my babes. Bye.